Kai is a 12-year-old student who is in a mainstream classroom. He has been diagnosed with ODD, which has resulted in outbursts of anger. The key points of this case study are oppositional defiance disorder. He lives with his mum but sees his dad and new parent every 2 weeks. He enjoys soccer, camping, hiking, cooking and baking. He does not enjoy maths. He is not good with change and he responds to physical rather than verbal cues. When looking through these key points, it is noticed that Kai's behaviour strongly relates back to his oppositional defiance disorder. ODD is essentially an anger, non-compliance and defiance disorder. According to Sutton and Armando, individuals with this disorder have a recurrent pattern of developmentally inappropriate, defiant and disobedient behaviour. These behaviours are usually shown towards an authority figure and can result in negative relationships with others. According to Better Health, all carers, including parents, grandparents, teachers, childcare workers, need to be consistent in the way they behave towards and manage the child. Therefore, supportive assistance from the child's stakeholders is important when developing a consistent behaviour management plan. As stated by the Better Health channel, a child with ODD may become easily angered, annoyed or irritated, have frequent temper tantrums, argue frequently with adults, particularly those most familiar adults in their lives such as parents, refuse to obey rules, have low self-esteem, have a low frustration threshold. These characteristics show that children with ODD are easily triggered. Therefore, it is easy to draw the conclusion that I need to understand what Kai's triggers are in order to create a positive behaviour plan. Not just to help Kai learn, but to ensure the safety of myself, Kai, and the whole class. Drawing from the above research provided on ODD, I will attempt to give context to Kai's behaviour shown in the classroom. A characteristic I noticed straight away was that Kai has little to no interest in maths. When I gave him a maths worksheet to complete, he would lash out and kick over his desk. Likewise, when the relief teacher gave him a worksheet, he screamed no and threw a chair at him. Though the outburst with the relief teacher could have other explanations, it is noticed that Kai may be reacting to written worksheets. Therefore, there needs to be an alternate way to demonstrate his learning in maths, like kinesthetic learning or visual learning. Overall, Kai does not respond well to written tasks. Kai lives with his mum but sees his dad and new step-parent every 2 weeks. This change in routine may trigger Kai's emotions because of the difference between rules and expectations. As mentioned earlier, it is important to develop a consistent management plan for children with ODD. For Kai, this will include talking to both mum, dad and new step-parent to ensure they understand the needs and triggers of Kai. All parents and teachers should have the same rules and expectations for Kai to maintain a routine. It is evident from the case study that Kai is triggered due to change in routine. The change between teachers could have been a major aspect to his behaviour that day. This could have been avoided by setting in place a behaviour management plan recommendation for the relief teacher. If it is an unseen absence, Kai could have been placed in another room with a teacher he trusts for the day. A foreseen absence could have been prepped to Kai so that he is not irritated by the change. As mentioned earlier, children with ODD have a low frustration threshold and self-esteem. Kai becomes physical when he finds work too hard or boring. Therefore, when Kai gets upset with himself, it results in a physical reaction. If Kai's verbal ability leaves when he is upset, there needs to be an alternate way for him to show these emotions, like pointing to visuals. Overall, Kai reacts physically when he has low self-esteem. It is mentioned in the case study that Kai enjoys sports, exploring outdoors, and cooking. These seem to be an outlet to help recenter his emotions. It is important to provide Kai with these outlets to let off steam. These can easily be added to the behaviour management plan as a reward or outlet system.